Good morning again. Welcome, everyone, all of you guys and ladies out there, wherever you're calling in from. Thank you for your time today. Saturday, January 17th, 2026. Let's go. It's a new year. And the top two resolutions at the start of every new year that pretty much everybody on the planet has is get into shape, get in better health, lose weight, make more money. That's it. That's it. And we have both of those. And so we're going to have a little fun here in just a minute. I'm going to start off with, and I've been using the same information for over 30 years because when I got in this industry, it's what was taught to me. And so I'm going to go through it real quick, and then we're going to have some fun, and then we'll come back around and talk about the products. But I'm going to start off with, it's about making a decision. It's about mindset. And again, when I got in this industry, I was an entrepreneur prior to coming to network marketing. I went to the most successful people in this business that I knew, making millions of dollars, and I said, what do you do and how do you do it? Because the fastest way to achieve success in anything that someone wants to do is to duplicate what someone that's having success is already doing. It's not about reinventing the wheel or, it's about following the lead of somebody that's already successful. It's the fastest way. And so I went to people making millions of dollars in network marketing. I asked them, what do you do and how do you do it? Okay, and I haven't changed. And literally every single successful network marketer that I've ever met in this industry does the exact same thing. It's a simple business. It's really simple. In fact, it's so simple. That's why I love it so much. I've done all kinds of things throughout the years, had all kinds of businesses, and, there's a lot of different ways to earn money. Network marketing is, we talk about leverage and time freedom and getting, a lot of people doing a little bit, these types of things that we hear through the industry. But the bottom line is mindset. It's me looking in the mirror and saying, if it's to be, it's up to me. It's you looking in the mirror and saying, if it's to be, it's up to me. Mindset. The first thing, and I'll never forget, it's because all of these great trainers and motivational speakers say the same, decision. Success starts in 1 minute, 60 seconds. Think about it. It's making a decision that we're going to do something. So the first thing we do is decide that we're going to do the business. The next thing we do is make a commitment to ourselves, to our company, and to the people that we bring in to the business, the customers and distributors. We're going to be committed. These are our products. This is our company. Great Life is what I'm doing. These are our products. This is our opportunity. We review the products so we're familiar with the products so we can go share them, so we can use them and share them. We review the compensation plan. So I made the decision to do the business. I'm making a commitment that Great Life is my company, and I'm reviewing the products and the opportunity, so I'm familiar with what I'm sharing and what I'm selling and what I'm promoting. Then write down goals. Then take action toward my goals. The goal should be to sponsor a new person. Either sponsor a new person or gain a new customer. So how do I do that? If I haven't reviewed the products, if I'm not using the products, how could I possibly share the products? We've all heard be a product of the product. So I want to review the products, write down my goals, and my goal should be to sponsor a new customer or a new distributor, bring them into the business. So what have I got to do? I got to talk to people. I have to share the information. I have to send out emails, texts, hand out flyers, share my website. So that's our product. That's what we do. That's how we make money. And back in the old day, if you remember, that's all we did was talk about products. So we got to talk about products. We got to share the products. And if people don't understand the products or haven't reviewed them, then they're not doing anything. So this is where the sponsorship comes in. Okay, be a product of the product. Bring in a new customer or distributor. Once you bring in a new customer or distributor, find out what their goals are, and then teach them the process that we just went through. Okay, so if you sponsored a new person in the business, first thing you got to do is say, okay, look, we're going to do this. We're going to lock arms. This is a business. Are you making a decision and a commitment to this business, to yourself and to me, your sponsor? Are we going to do this? Let's go. We hear this all the time. We're going to lock arms. We're going to do this. We're going to rock and roll. This is crazy. This is awesome. Let's go. And 2 weeks later, there's no noise. There's no communication. There's no nothing. So we have to work with our people, get them to make a decision, get them to make a commitment, and follow up with our personally sponsored person. Did you review the products in the comp plan? Do you know exactly what we have here? This is my new person that I just sponsored. Get them to write down their goals. What do you want to achieve? First thing would be to get a new person. And how do we do that? We take action. We send out emails. We share the product, the opportunity, brochures, texts, talk to people, business cards. We're talking about what we have. And when that person brings in a new person, new customer, new distributor, we show them to do the same thing. Repeat that same simple process. Make a decision. You're going to do the business, a commitment to yourself and the company and your people. Review the products. Get familiar with the products in the comp plan. Write down your goals. Take action. And that's it. That's all you got to do. That's all you have to do. And then teach all of that, those little simple steps, to your new person. And what happens is, if your new person is doing the same thing, if your new person is making a commitment, they review the products, they write down their goals, they take action, then you're going to have multiple people doing what you're doing. Okay, remember the old saying, leverage, duplication and leverage? So if your personally sponsored people are duplicating this, and they're bringing in new people who are duplicating this, then you have duplication. And when you have multiple people doing this, then you're leveraging the efforts of a lot of people. And that's it. That's how you build a massive downline. Now, when I say massive downline, it's either how you build no downline if you're not doing this stuff every day, treating it like a business, or at least, whenever your time frame is, but it has to be a commitment. It's a business. And I've shared this so many times. If you wrote a check for $500,000 for a franchise today, I guarantee you tomorrow morning, what are you going to do? You're going to be at your franchise, at your office, and you're going to you're going to get familiar with your products and your service, and you're going to email everyone you know, text everyone you know, call everyone you know, pass out business cards and flyers and everything about your products and your services. That's it. This is no different than that franchise or that other type of business. But if no one's doing anything, then no one's bringing in new people, then there's no duplication and there's no leverage. The effort, nothing. It's like if you look back again, back in the day, 25, 30 plus years ago, whatever, we talked about products. We shared products. That's what we talked about. Because if someone's not interested in the product, they're definitely not interested in anything else. And so we've got to get familiar with the products. We've got to share the products. That's what we do. That's how we make money. Okay, and Chip mentioned, and this is so important, Great Life goes way beyond that. With the self-development, self-improvement content in your library, okay, that's information that is, everyone that I've ever met that's achieved success in anything in their life that they've ever done, going back to my teenage years, what did people do? They read information about becoming successful. They read and listened to information about achieving success. They read, listened to, and then took action and implemented things that they could do. So they spent hundreds, maybe thousands of hours learning and growing and becoming better. If we don't learn and we don't grow, our business is not growing. If we're not improving in certain areas of our lives, then nothing else is improving. It's just the way it is. And so think about it. All of the hundreds of millions, billions of content that's been sold throughout the generations, throughout the years, around the world. Self-improvement. How do I become better? How do I succeed at something? How do I change my habits? How do I take action? How do I overcome procrastination? How do I write down, work toward, and achieve goals? It's all in the self-improvement content. But if people just take it for granted and don't do anything, let's get real. They're not improving anything in their lives. This is a training call. And so this is where we got to get real a little bit, okay? And so that's all there is to succeeding in the network marketing business. And, it's like before I knew who Eric Worre was and before I watched his sponsor recruit 20 people in 30 days video, that's exactly the activity that I did in my business when I started over 30 years ago, because that's what was taught to me. And that's what I taught other people and shared with other people. You got to, success starts in 60 seconds. Think about it. No matter what it is, you have to decide you want to do it. I mean, literally, in order to accomplish anything in life, you have to make a decision that you're going to do it first. So you have to make a decision you're going to do the business. You have to make a commitment to yourself, to the company, and the people that you bring in. And you have to review the products, because that's what we're using, that's what we're sharing, and that's how we make money. Have to write down our goals. If we don't write them down and go down the checklist, then we're not going to achieve them. We're not going to do them. Life will take over. In today's crazy, busy world, life will happen and we'll get nothing done. We'll spend half the day like shuffling stuff around, playing on Facebook or texting or emailing or whatever, just random stuff. We're not working. If we were held accountable, if it was a job and we had certain job requirements and this was our job to do every day, or if this was our business that we wrote a big check for, I guarantee you 100% of the people that write a check for a franchise, they made the decision to do the business, the commitment to themselves, their business, their family. This is how they're going to generate their income, protect their investment. They're going to get familiar with the products and the services that they offer and how they make money with those products. They're going to write down their goals. They're going to take action because they're going to advertise in the local businesses. If it's in a national or an international product, they're going to advertise in international markets. They're going to advertise on all of the platforms, newspapers, magazines. They're going to send out emails, talk to people, text people, send out brochures, hand out business cards, because that's what we do as a business owner, sharing our information. Okay, and we get new customers, and here we get new affiliates. And then we show those people how to do what we just did. This call is recorded. And so we send out the recorded link and encourage everybody to listen to it. So this is what will help people become successful or not. It's their choice. Okay? And it's about sponsoring a new person, teaching this information to that new person, and then keeping in contact with them on an ongoing, consistent basis. If you have partners in your franchise, you each wrote a check for $200,000, guess what? You talk every single day about your business. How's this advertising work? How's that advertising work? Are you sharing information about this pizza, this product, that product? What's selling the best? What do you like the best? This is no different. But if people in network marketing just sponsor someone and go about their day, then there's no commitment, there's no action, there's no activity. How many people do you have in your funnel? When I say that, when I ask that, how many people do you have in your funnel? That's the people that have taken the tour of your website that are checking it out. How many leads do you have right now in the system? That's going to determine how many people that you're sharing the information with. If you don't have any people in the funnel and your downline doesn't have any people in the funnel, guess what the commission check is going to look like next month? It's probably going to be less than it was last month. I had an accountant one time, a CPA, call me and said, "Hey, Greg, I've been working this business for a while now, and I really don't like the amount of my check." And I said, "Oh, you don't like the amount of your network marketing check?" And he said, "No." I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, what do you do? What's your job or your profession?" He said, "I'm a CPA." I said, "Oh, awesome. You guys are doing great. CPAs are a great profession." He goes, "Yeah, but I want this residual income. I want to develop my network marketing business." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, but you don't like your commission?" I said, "How many hours did you work your network marketing business last week?" He said, "Oh, probably 2 or 3. And I said, "Okay." I said, that's a good start. I said, but let's get real. I said, I want you to go to your, because he called me to complain about his commission check, right? I said, I want you to go to your CPA practice 3 hours next month. I want you to put in the same effort in your CPA business that you put in your networking business. And after you work your CPA business for 3 hours next month, call me after that and tell me how much you liked your CPA business. And he started laughing. And he goes, okay, I get it. I said, okay. And so it's no different, okay? Now we're going to have some fun. Here's where the absolute, complete lunacy, SOS, shiny object syndrome hits, okay? This is one person who in the last, I'm thinking 12 months or so, something like that, okay, has been on the internet promoting the cash multiplier, the split the winnings, share the winnings, traffic, power line, fast start profits, exclusion, infusion, the Meta Whale Securities platform, the Viro Downline, the Rocket Recruiter, Turbo Money, and the Big AI app. And how many people followed those people? A lot. And how many of them made money? Probably very few, because they have a new program every 30 days. And people, okay, this is where people need to get a checkup from the neck up. People that follow these people, I don't know what the heck they're thinking. Seriously, if you own a franchise and someone knocked on your front door of your franchise and said, hey, I know you just spent all this money and you're trying to build your business and everything else, but I got the cash multiplier, I got the flying money turbo system, I got the split the money, split the winnings, share the winnings, the traffic power line, the fast line profits, the Whale Securities, the Viro Downline, the Rocket Recruiter, the Turbo Money, and the Big AI app. Do you want to come on board my team? We're going to do everything for you. You're going to turn $25 into $33,000 over and over again. I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the front door and tell them, do not come here again. So we've got to stay focused. And the point here is staying focused, because these people are completely out of their minds. No disrespect to anybody, but they have lost touch with reality. And I'm not sharing this from opinion. I'm sharing this from actually being an entrepreneur and generating an incredible amount of money over 30-something years in this industry. What works, what doesn't. Sure, the slow and steady, we're doing what we're doing. But the bottom line is, the only way, think of this, people get in network marketing to develop recurring income, long-term residual income. And how does that happen? Long-term residual income comes from long-term efforts. 2 steps forward, 1 back. 1 step forward, 1 back. 2 steps forward, 1 back. Some will, some won't. Who cares? Who's next? People who make money do not make excuses. People who make money or people who make excuses do not make money. And there's 3 kinds of people. People who make things happen, people who watch things happen, people who wonder what the heck happened. And so it's becoming a product of the product. How many people have you talked with about our products? And I share this all the time. I sell products all the time. I've got like a stack. I've got a stack in a drawer of my family and friends all over the country, different parts of the world, that I've got their name, address, and credit card stuff, and they text me all the time. Greg, I need this. Greg, send me 6 stem cell. Greg, I'm traveling. I need a year's supply. Send me 6 Phytozan, 6 stem cell. I need ClearHeart. I need Puro 2. All the time. We have people walk in the office. It's from word of mouth. We're not even open to the public. And people walk in all the time and say, hey, my brother, my sister, my husband, my cousin, my whatever, the people, the postal workers use our products, the truck drivers that deliver the products to our office are using the products. The community, people in the community use the products. We've had people in doctors' offices sell the products. We've had chiropractors sell the products. We've had the pharmacy sell the products. And so it's about talking about the products. Think about it. Let's go back 30 years. Some of you guys and ladies have been in the industry that long or longer. What's the first thing everybody led with? The products. The products. 30-something years ago, no one ever emailed us or called us or sent us a Facebook thing saying, hey, I'm doing the Meta Whale, the Viral Downline, the Rocket Recruiter, the Turbo Money, the AI app, the Cash Multiplier, the Split the Winnings, the Share the Winnings, the Traffic Power Line, the Fast Start Profits. Click. I mean, seriously. Okay, we're having some fun, but that's the crazy that's going on in the world. Those are the distractions. And why people keep following these people around is beyond me. It's insane. Totally insane. It's crazy. So that's why racehorses have blinders. That's why professional networkers are bulletproof. That means that, you know, and I kid and joke and everything else, and it's like health is our wealth. Doctors are saying that now. If we don't take care of ourselves, it's like if we have a major health issue, whatever, everything in life stops. Number one is the cost and the expense, the co-pays, and then the ongoing care, and it's like stopping everything in our life to deal with our health issue and problem. Staying healthy and being healthy, it feels much better. The quality of our day is much better. And I kid and joke about this, but there's no one laying on the operating table as the family is there because of a tragic health situation that said, but doctor, as they're operating on him for whatever, doctor, I have the Fast Pay Turbo app. Doc, what about the Rocket Recruiter? It's right here on my phone, and the Turbo Money AI. I got that. No. It's the people that go into the doctor's office using our products, and the doctor says, what are you doing? This is real. This is facts. This is the testimonies. This is why we've got so many doctors and healthcare professionals that use our products but sell them in their practices because of the benefits, because of the improvements in their blood work. That's what we're doing here. These products change lives. You know, BJ's got these awesome videos that he's doing talking about the products and how he's using each one of them, how they're affecting him. He's out doing his walks. So many of you guys and ladies are doing videos and sharing your testimonies on social media about the results the products got. This is the quality. This is our energy, our day, our life, our families, our grandkids, our kids, whatever. This is what we're doing. We all have the biological factor. The clock is ticking. And so what we're sharing is life-changing. None of this other junk changed anybody's life. Nobody. Except for the people at the top that are pushing and stealing money from the poor people that are following them. We're changing lives. Look at the charities that we're supporting, that you're supporting on the website. We have purpose. We have a mission. We have a reason for doing what we're doing. We're changing lives. We're helping people achieve their best quality of life with mindset, with self-improvement, with the digital products, and then with the nutritional products. We're changing lives. So as soon as that sinks in, as soon as we stand for something, we don't fall for anything. And that's what we're doing here. And so we're making a difference. And sure, it takes longer to build a business, get customers and everything, but if we're consistent, we're going to gain credibility and we're going to gain respect from people that we care about. And if someone's online, I mean, some people, they do a different reel for a different program or company or product, whatever, every 3 or 4 days. I would never buy anything from any of those people, because they're never supporting the same thing. They're never promoting the same thing. If I'm buying something from somebody, and I always tell people this, don't join a company and a program to buy a product from them. If you're focused on doing what we're doing, you could buy anything you want from anywhere on the planet. I buy products from the internet. I buy stuff from Amazon, from different companies, products and stuff I want to try or test or whatever. But I would never do their business and their opportunity. I had the top distributor in Live Good hit me up on Facebook a couple weeks ago. Hey, Greg, I'm crushing it over here. Okay, and I know how much he makes. I know how many people in his downline. I know people above him have hundreds of thousands of people in their group making $300 a month, and he's been positioned in a certain place, and he's doing good. Good for him. Congrats and all that stuff. But he says, come over and bring your team. And I said, LOL. And I said, I've done the math. I said, if you only bring 10% of your organization into Great Life and they buy one bottle of product a month, you'll make over $600,000 a month. Well, he's not making anywhere close to that. He's making a small percentage of that, a few percent of that. But if you brought 10% of the people in the Great Lives plan and they bought one bottle, he'd be making over $600,000 a month. That's the pay plan. That's what we have. And so it's about staying focused. It's about making a decision, making it a commitment to yourself, our company, review the products and the information, write down your goals, whatever they are, sponsor a new person. Should be your first goal. Get a new customer. Take action toward, you got to do action motivators, money generating activities on an ongoing basis. And when you sponsor your first person, get them to make a decision, a commitment, review the products, the information, help them write down their goals, what do they want to achieve, help them sponsor their first person, encourage them to send out emails, pass out business cards, hand out the flyers and the products, get on the calls, and repeat that process. Now you'll have duplication, other people duplicating your efforts, and you'll leverage the efforts of people, and you'll build your residual income, which is the point of all of this that we do. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And so with that, again, you guys are amazing. I just so appreciate each and every one of you guys. And ladies, thank you for your time today. Let's make 2026 the best year ever. Thank you, guys. Blessings to you and your families. Have an amazing weekend. We'll see you soon.